And welcome everyone to the Circle Debate Podcast, episode 73. We are back here in action, ladies and gentlemen. The host of Devious One, Ivan C, here with my familia, the fellow horsemen. We'll go to D-Generation West, my other host. Let me go ahead and introduce him. You know, he was gone for 69 reasons, and he's going to give you the 69 answers of why we're back in action. And he is Mr. 69 himself. I have no idea what he's doing with the scissors and carbonation soda. That is Mr. MGC. Mr.
No
Matt
sugar.
Callis. No sugar steamboat. There you go.
No sugar here. Well, no sugar, all flavor, and to cut my Amazon packages open, you know.
I love it. And of course, he is the most valuable podcaster of all podcasts. That's why he's the MVP of it. And that's why he has a Hello Kitty coffee mug right there for you, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. He is the coffee mug collector as well, because he is the undefeated, the unrivaled, the unmatched, the undisputed Money Mike. By God, a podcasting.
By God.
I must say that it feels like it's been a month, right? It feels like it's been quite a bit, but we're here, episode 73, and let's get this party started.
That's right, because you know why? Because he is uncensored. That's right. And that is right. Of course.
We're doing this right now. I'm Brian Pillman. I want to see you do this at least once.
You got to do it for your father, brother. You got to.
Yeah.
You got to. Of course, our other brother, the one and only, the director, he's out directing music, making music, playing music. He's out traveling right now all over. That's the one and only Chris Kennedy himself. But he's joining us in spirit, no matter what. So he'll be back soon once he's done touring around. And of course, wishing him a congratulations now that he's an official band member of Fate Destroyed as their official bass player. Congratulations, brother. Well-deserved, top-notch decision from Fate Destroyed.
Listen to them on Spotify and all the great platforms.
Exactly.
Catch them live on tour right now.
Absolutely. Online, and also catch them on iTunes and on tour. Look for Fate Destroyed and see the tour where exactly a city near you. And you can see the one and only performing live right in front of your eyes. And of course, I want to go ahead and thank as well Old Fashioned Wrestling, our other official sponsor now for Circle Debate, besides the Wrestling Guy Store, of course, David. And now we have Mr. Garrett from Old Fashioned Wrestling, our official sponsor as well for Circle Debate. And what an incredible 2 weeks off we had, but we had a great time at the last event. It was, of course, Money Mike Lopez's first time independent circuit, and you know, let the people know how you felt about it very briefly.
Yeah, I mean, you, as shown in the video, we got to, be face-to-face and interviewing with some of the top talent in the wrestling scene right now. And honestly, the action was great. PP Ray, my goodness. I got to put $1 in there on Peter Avalon's thing there. So good times.
My obsession.
That's
my obsession.
PP Ray. That's right. Oh man, we had an amazing time, and stay tuned. Next event, December 9th, we'll give you more details once we have those, detailed information. More news coming as well. But all right, let's jump in, ladies and gentlemen. First topic of the night is, of course, Mike's favorite promotion of all time, AEW. Let's jump right on it. Let's get to the chase. Chapters are closed, new ones open, new feuds are coming up, and of course, a special return that I was Ned Flanders. I was and I knew it. And I knew he was a joker, but I was happy that he came back and now he won the casino ladder match course, cowboy shit, Adam Hangman Page. And of course, congratulations to Bobby Fish signing with All Elite Wrestling as well. And I'm just so stoked and excited. And Sammy Guevara being a TNT, world champion. Of course, the new introduction of the TBS Women's Champion. I just want to say this, get it off my chest. No, it's not your fault, Paul Levesque, but Vince and Bruce, you fucked up because they already beat you to the punch. I've been saying it here in the archives, and Mike else as well. All of us here have been saying it. And archives, on our YouTube channel, subscribe. Been saying create a mid-card title for the women's division, and they did it. They did it.
I'll keep it simpler than that. Just to WWE, you snooze, you lose.
That is right. And of course, now we have this, these upcoming feuds. Now we have Darby, MJF feuding now upcoming, and now we have Jericho, the Gajotes. Of course, the Inner Circle now feuding with America Top Team. So it's like, oh man, it's just so much good shit. Shit. I love it, just good shit. So I'll take it to you, Mr. 69. Your thoughts on overall what's going on here in All Elite Wrestling?
Well, what you just mentioned, I gotta say, American Top Team. Just imagine like multiple Ken Shamrocks and Dan Severns at once, except you've got like Ken Shamrock, Dan Severn, and Ronda Rousey, but you've got like if you multiply that by like 8 or 9 people and bring them in together, and then you give them Jim Cornette at the same time, the Jim Cornette copy. You bring them all in together, and that's kind of basically that's like if you look at American Top Team positively, Bobby Fish and Sammy Guevara. To keep it simple, definitely a dream match. I didn't even know because they said Bobby Fish is coming through the forbidden door, and I was thinking, is he still with NXT at the same time as doing this? No way, that's not possible. Yeah, like he has to be either a free agent or just signing permanently, one or the other.
Yeah, and then he signed. Right after that match, they gave him the contract. Here you go, pal. You're part of All Elite.
I got to say that song, that I didn't know it was the same. I guess when he was in a tag team with Kyle O'Reilly, I guess that was the same theme song, that Misfits. That's the same song he used in Ring of Honor that played at the Tokyo Dome. That played at all of those events at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Yes.
Same theme song. Kyle O'Reilly used that Misfits, and now we get to hear that every week because that song rocks. It sounds most like Sam Hain, if anything. Very underrated band for those who don't know Sam Hain. Everybody knows Misfits. Everybody knows Danzig. Not enough people know Sam Hain, and it's not actually Glenn Danzig singing in that song, is it?
That's it doesn't sound like him, to be honest with you. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it sounds like him. Unless Money Mike knows, I don't think it was him.
Yeah, I'm not too well versed in Misfits history, or so I don't know. I'm not sure. To my ears, it did sound like Danzig, but who knows?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments, by the way.
That's right.
If you guys know what band that is, we'll definitely check them out. That song's so cool. Let's get Kyle O'Reilly next, please.
Oh, I'm waiting for that. That's all I'm waiting for.
When you're tag team,
and yeah, that's right. That's all we're waiting for right there.
Is that Red Dragon, or is that Red Dragon versus Young Bucks again? Yes. Bring it. Red Dragon versus FTR. Let's get it. Motor City Machine Guns. Bring them all. Briscoes. Come on, you guys know where to go. This is pulling you guys in.
That's right. That's right. And of course, Bryan Danielson as well, and with Kenny Omega. Man, it's just so much good shit going on, man. I'm a kid again. It's like a kid in a candy store. You're seeing it right in front of your eyes. Like, oh my God, that's how I feel. But let's hear how the god of podcasting, his thoughts overall of AEW.
Man, quite a bit of thoughts there. And I'll start with the American Top Team angle. Man, such a missed opportunity. Holy moly. If they would have still had Kobe Covington in American Top Team, can you imagine the promos that would have been going on? Dan Lambert, get out of the way. Let Kobe talk, because man, that would have been so much fun, and that would have been great. And he actually would have been able to get some in-ring action for sure.
I agree.
Mm.
I agree 100%.
So yeah, and have him call Trump right there in the middle of the promo, and then and all that good stuff. There's so much that they could have done with that, but alas, he's not there anymore. So,
Mike, I gotta say, any opportunity for somebody to take the crown of the new top heel, please take it. Please take it.
That would have been great.
Where's Chael, man? We need Chael involved in this one.
That's my dream. I'll say right now.
Chael Sonnen, damn it.
Chael Sonnen, man. He watches AEW. He comments on it. So yeah, I mean, that's my dream. I'm a big Chael fan from way back in the day. So yeah. If Chael shows up, that's it for me. That's the guy. But we have Junior Dos Santos, former UFC heavyweight champion, and man, that guy is as tough as they come, man. If you think back to all the Cain Velasquez fights, that guy can take some damage for sure. So I'm pretty sure he's getting himself ready for this match that they're gonna have soon, and Jorge Masvidal is coming in too. I can't remember. Is he in the match, or he's just gonna be there?
He's gonna be there because it all depends on Dana White. I know that Khan and White are BFFs, but that's if White allows him. He's still under contract. Dos Santos is not. So that's why he's liberty to do as he pleases. So
right.
I mean,
I remember seeing him just give the famous Ben Askren knee.
Oh, I love it.
And honestly, he made it look great on Jericho. So that was pretty cool.
And not only that, Jericho sold it too. He sold it really good.
What else he sold?
Say, guys, with all this MMA coming to WWE, this is Antonio Inoki's wet dream.
I think you mean AEW, right?
You mean AEW? You said WWE.
Yeah, I did a Jim Ross, didn't I?
You did a Jim Ross.
Yes,
I did a Jim Ross. I did Jim Ross, but no, all these MMA people coming to AEW, it's Antonio Inoki's wet dream, because it's always his fantasy that whenever you get MMA guys and wrestling guys, Jim, he's taking over. He's taking over my head. I'm not going to do a Jim Ross impersonation. So
I'll say this: Jericho also sold for Paige Van Zandt. Now, okay, I get it. She's part of the team and she's a tough chick. Bare knuckle fighting and all that good stuff. But I don't know. She still needs to work on. I mean, I get it. She's new and stuff, and hasn't really ever been in a wrestling ring like this before. So, but for her to be, punching a legend like Jericho, I don't know. It's a hard sell for me. But anywho, let's see. So Sammy Guevara, TNT champion. I was about to bust a Jim Ross myself. TNT champion, and man, that's great. I did not see that coming. I thought he was gonna,
You love it.
I love it, right? And what's this?
Wait a minute.
A new challenger has entered the. What's that? Could it be?
It is. It's the one.
Oh my!
Only.
Like both me and Chris at unique locations.
That's right, but his audio's not connecting. Yes. Yes, we miss you, damn it. We do miss you. Yes, we love you too. He just came to say hi, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like a postcard.
Chris, that is like a postcard.
It is like a postcard.
I believe he's in Houston right now.
Yes, he is in Houston right now. So,
which, coincidentally is the hometown of the new TNT champion, Sammy Guevara.
That's right.
Yeah. See how I linked it there? Yeah.
Hey, that's
how we do it.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure Chris would agree that you hear about the 4 pillars of AEW, and Sammy Guevara is one of them. And this is a way to really, really catapult him to that, because I do feel that the TNT championship helped elevate Darby Allin it helped bring him up. And I think it'll do the same for Sammy, because Sammy is a very entertaining wrestler to watch. And, I definitely think that this is his way of moving up. And that's exactly what this title is meant for, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Let's see, what else do we have going on here?
TBS Championship belt.
TBS, yes. Very, very interesting, very funny, as their logo or as their slogan is. But very cool. I've been seeing memes about it online. That the TBS font looks like another word. I'm not gonna say it. You can look it up. But I'll just leave it at that. So the Godfather could probably present the title when it comes out. I'll say that. I'll just leave it at that.
My God, I gotta see it.
In all honesty, I am so happy for this, because you think about right off the top of your head, you think about all these female talents that are able to challenge for the TBS title, right? And honestly, I feel like it should be coming out sooner. I heard it isn't until January when then it's gonna come out. I really would have wanted it probably like at Full Gear or something, but that's just me. I think I'm honestly glad that it looks similar in format as the TNT belt. I think it's a good connection there. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure TBS and TNT are all on board for that. So I know I would if I were working there. So yeah, bravo. And yes, you snooze, you lose. They're giving the people what they want.
Dirty heels, baby.
Dirty heels. They're giving me what I want.
Give me what I want, Devin.
Exactly.
Give me what I want.
So yeah, so there you go. And let's see what other segments am I missing?
Bryan
here?
Danielson.
Oh, Bryan Danielson, Kenny Omega. I'm still, I don't know. Hot take here. It still hasn't won me over.
Your heart is still closed?
It's no, it's not closed. Don't get me wrong. It's not closed. It's not closed. It still hasn't, penetrated yet. So it's not.
You're giving me 70 reasons.
There you go. Oh, goodness.
70 reasons.
I'm glad I could help. But yes, it's still not in yet for me, right? So
still on one.
and I'll keep bringing them on. But anywho, yeah, I don't know. There's something missing for me, and honestly, I want Danielson to go. I mean, yeah, he had this match with Nick Jackson, but I want more. I want the road to that title. And honestly, considering that there's a new challenger for the title, right? I want that road to be tough for Bryan, and for it to be a challenge, right? Not just show up, title shot, because yes, I'm Daniel Bryan, whatever. No, he has to go through it. Similar to how Hangman has gone through his road. Like it's like a hero's journey that he's taken to this. And so yeah, so that leads me to Hangman. It was another worst kept secret that Hangman was going to be the Joker. And man, that pop, that is when you are over, right? That pop right there. Yes. Attitude Era level kind of pop, in my opinion. And the chills just thinking about that right now. Yes.
Ned Flanders, damn it.
Yeah. I remember when, I believe it was the first All Out or Double or Nothing happened, where he challenged, or him and Jericho went at it. I remember thinking like, okay, here's Jericho, right? But who's this Hangman guy? Totally didn't know what was going on. New to the whole thing. And I was like, okay, but why did they choose this guy? And it's been, like I said, a long road of him getting back to the title picture. And so, yeah, am I looking forward to it? Very much so. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are. I saw this lady in the crowd. She stood out to me. as he was climbing the ladder and Moxley was there, and she was just like so into it. She was I almost crying before Hangman got the thing. Yeah, if you watch it again, probably you'll see it. But
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
yeah, this lady was crying even before he got the chip. And by the way, I would like for them to change that, the chip thing. I don't know. That's just me nitpicking. But
Better than the brass ring at the very least.
the Sonic,
It is
Sonic
better
ring.
than the Sonic.
Yes, but anywho, but that's beside the case. So yes, AEW. There you go.
Right, absolutely. And now, what about? Let me ask you your thoughts. MJF, Darby Allin.
Okay. I mean, for me, it came out of nowhere. I wish there would have been a better intro to this feud, other than him just coming out and talking crap about him. I liked the build up towards the Brian Pillman Jr. feud or mini feud, if you will. I actually think that had a better build up, as short as it was, to the match. Right now, I mean, it's still in its starting point and whatnot, but for me, yes. Could it be legendary? Definitely. Two of the four pillars, right? So they have time. Hopefully, at Full Gear, we get this match and it delivers. And I'm sure the match will itself will deliver, but I want more story here. So there's that.
Absolutely, man.
I'll just have one more thing to say.
Add her, baby.
Hikaru Shida and Serena Deeb,
Ooh.
much love to them for that match. That was spectacular. Serena Deeb has a whole new music, whole new gimmick. She's like a vicious submission machine. There she is, and Hikaru Shida's look with the gloves. I kind of wish like she had like a blunt katana or a reverse blade sword like Kenshin, or something. I want like a steel katana or like a blunt or steel bar or something like that. That looks so cool with the gloves, and maybe she could come in on a Japanese gang motorcycle, Mosuzoku gang.
I enjoyed so much seeing Serena Deeb break that trophy or whatever it was.
Yeah,
I liked that, and it was like they had that there to show people, oh yeah, well, she's gonna win today, and even the way Hikaru Shida came out all smiling and happy, to me in my head, I said, I mean, she's gonna win, it's like, okay, it's a given, okay, but I'll watch anyway, right? But then she lost, and the way she lost, right, and the heel turn there, so yeah, that for me, it made it much more interesting. So I mean, will she have her 50th win? I'm sure she will. But I'm glad it wasn't as telegraphed as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, you got to make people care about that 50th win. The more they pull it away, make her chase it like a title.
Damn,
that is right.
Rankings, win system works.
Oh my God, yes. The ranking system.
I'll say
wins
this:
and losses matter.
The four pillars of AEW. I wasn't able to get the names in my head before, but I got the names right here. Because that actually is a direct reference to All Japan Pro Wrestling and their four pillars. And the four pillars of All Japan: Mitsuharu Misawa, Kenta Kobashi, Toshiaki Kawada, and Akira Taue. And the one guy in AEW who uses all of their moves, who probably references them the most, the four pillars of All Japan, is Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston, on most of his moves, even when he faced Moxley for the title, he had an all-green outfit as a tribute to Misawa from All Japan Pro Wrestling and Noah, and his days from Noah. But in addition to that, I'd say overall, AEW has a fifth pillar, and I'd say that's Orange Cassidy. The original new like newer guys.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I love it, man. Everything is what's going on in AEW. It's a great overwhelming, but it's great. I don't see that as bad. I do agree about the MJF Darby. I think it could have been a better introduction for that feud. something different. Just for him talking shit. Oh yeah, he mentioned the 4 pillars. He mentioned Darby's name, and then Darby came out. What did you say about me? Like, what's going on? Like, we already knew from that. And plus, he has defeated Jungle Boy, Sammy, but he's not defeated Darby Allin. So that's something that's going to be very interesting and intriguing to see MJF and Darby. That's going to be, for me, it's going to be a great feud. And with Sting being involved, Stang's going to be there, of course. So the Pinnacle, and of course Darby and Sting will, and they're going to have a lot of work to do with the Pinnacle, because unless they get back up, we don't know yet. We do not know as we speak. Never know. One thing I forgot to mention, wanted to mention very briefly. Anybody but Cody, but top, rose to the top. This, of course, the last time that we left off Money Mike, we said that Cody was going to win. I said he was going to win.
Right.
Turns out he did not.
Previously, that's right.
But he did not. Were you surprised, Money Mike, that he did not win the rematch against Malachi Black?
Pleasantly surprised. And it's not because, okay, sure, hashtag anybody but Cody. I know that exists, and I know people are very passionate about it. But honestly, I like Cody. I think Cody's cool. I think that what he's doing in his way is good for AEW, right? Because yes, you got Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, all that good stuff going on. But yes, if Cody is your cup of tea, there he is, and he's right there, and different strokes, different folks, and that's what I like about AEW. Like I've said before, different, it's like a buffet of professional wrestling that you have so many different. It's like a melting pot of styles, and Cody has his style and his way of doing things. And yes, I do think that the heel turn is on its way, so that'll be interesting. And about Roads to the Top, I've been watching and I enjoy it. I like that. I like how honest it is in the way that it almost seems even more real than Ms. and Mrs. or the Bellas or Total Divas or anything like that. It seems that it's not just about Cody and Brandy, which they're the main characters, but you get the story of Ricky Starks and his recovery, Anthony Ogogo and him, all that preparation for his match, and all this other stuff going on too. So I like that look, but I'll also say this: kayfabe completely destroyed. That guy, it's still real to me. Damn it! This is if you want Santa Claus to be destroyed, watch this show, because this will tell you in capital letters Santa Claus does not exist. The feud between Cutie Marshall and Cody is non-existent in real life because they're hanging out in the Lex Express, so yeah, kayfabe destroyer. I'll say that.
I want to say this because I didn't get to about Arn leaving Cody. That really leaves the open door. That leaves the open door for Jeff Jarrett to come in, and that's going to bring me to the point where if they pull over my car, I'll pull off my sock, put it to his head, and stink his brains out. I was saving that just for that.
Oh my God!
The sock. I pull off the other sock.
The double sockle. Watch out! Double
pull
sock.
out the sock and I stink his brains out all over the pavement. I'm Arn Anderson.
I love it, man. But yes, AEW. We'll see what's the outcome of it coming up. Of course, we do have Rampage for CM Punk again. He's fighting Daniel Garcia, the Lucha Bros defending the tag titles against Top Flight. Oh, no, Acclaim, excuse me. Acclaim. They're fighting Acclaim. That's by far the two matches that I know that it's going on Rampage. Acclaim. But we're not going to spoil it. We'll just, we'll look forward and we'll give our thoughts about it, next week when we come back. But now let's move on to the second topic of the night here, with the day. And also to our audio platform listeners, we're back, and thank you for tuning in. For all of our audio platform listeners listening all over around the world, that's right, we are back in action. You see Money Mike's flag right there. It is Latin Culture Month, so he is representando la cultura de toda Centroamérica, de todo México, de todos los
Saludos,
saludos a
mi gente chapina. Saludos a toda mi gente latina, porque la realidad es de que esta cultura nuestra enriquece al mundo.
Exacto. Exactamente. Well, yes, let's move on to New Japan very briefly with G1 status, the updated score on the card. Man, this G1 has been very interesting, Mr. Matt Callis. Zack Zombie is on top still. He's with 10 points. Right behind him is Kota Ibushi. Kenta at 8. Great Khan at 8. Shingo at 8. Tomohiro Ishii at 8. And then also, that's Block A. Block B, you have Jeff Cobb at 10. Okada at 10. Evil at 8. Tanahashi at 6. A lot of great matches have been going on as of late. I've been so busy seeing, not all of them, but I heard Tama Tonga's matches has been great as of yet. Of what I heard, and also even with Zack Zombrie's matches has been great too. And there's a lot of upcoming ones.
Zack Sabre, if he eventually gets that championship, keep in mind, this is the guy who was actually supposed to feud with Moxley right before the pandemic and all the problems with travel happened. So Zack Sabre, this could lead up to a really crazy crossover matches with AEW. Zack Sabre appearing. We get to see this submission master do his work. And, I definitely want both of you guys to remember Zack Sabre's quote about this was kind of a diss he made. And I'm not talking about the Daniel Bryan Danielson thing. This is a diss he said a while back. He said, showing Americans a technical wrestling match. I think this was kayfabe. Showing Americans a wrestling match is like it's like playing Mozart for dogs or something like that.
Jesus.
That's what Zack said. And he could win this, so it would be kind of cool to get that kind of heel who's like, pure wrestling's the best wrestling is his whole gimmick. And that would be kind of interesting to get in, especially like a promotion that's known for like high flyers and high spots. Just to have that pure grappler kind of come in and try to like put everybody down, like he had a rivalry with Will Ospreay. And Will Ospreay was the high flyer that everybody was the high flyer. That's the first on everybody's minds who could do every kind of backflip imaginable. And Zack Sabre is the complete opposite, who grounds you down and twists you up like a pretzel.
Has he had a match with Daniel Bryan?
Never.
And
that's why
I would like to see that.
He called him out. He's like,
did he now?
Yeah, he called him out. Go ahead, Matt. Tell me, Matt. Money Mike, what happened?
Bryan Danielson already made a deal. Already plans to go to New Japan, and let's not forget he has a history with Mitsuharu Misawa in Pro Wrestling Noah. He's got a history with the New Japan roster. He trained with Jushin Thunder Liger. Like the list goes on and on. He's really deep in those trenches. I think it's not a matter of if,
but when.
Yeah,
when exactly.
Yeah.
But tell Mike, what did Zack Zombie say about Bryan Danielson? Tell him what he said.
It's like we got the American Dragon over there, and we got the Japanese Dragon with Shingo Takagi over here. We'll see something about who the real dragon is. I'll take you both on myself.
No. Some fighting words.
Oh no! What he said was, "Oh, there goes your Japanese dragon. because he defeated Shingo. And so after he defeated him, oh, there goes the Japanese dragon. Huh. I wonder how the American dragon is, that prick. So that's pretty much what he said. He's like, I wonder how he is. So Bryan Danielson already said it. He wants, Zack Sabre Jr. in a match. And that will be a hell of a technical match, I'll tell you that. Not only that, but think about this also, gentlemen. Now we're going to have probably Bryan Danielson, Bobby Fish. I want to see that too. Here's one thing. I just want to get that clarified with Bobby Fish. Finally, he was able to show his true talents, and he did it in All Elite. And people forget about that because it's like, yes, he was an injury prone in NXT. He didn't do much. They didn't highlight him or giving him that opportunity of what he did with Sammy. That was a fantastic match. And
AEW gives you the chance to completely be yourself and show you everything that
ring psychology and ring storytelling is what All Elite has been by far doing to provide that to us demographic audiences. So, and I think they've done a phenomenal job with that. And
that's another Pro Wrestling Noah connection. Bobby Fish, former Pro Wrestling Noah, young boy.
Yeah,
right there.
Definitely. I mean, we'll keep you guys updated as much as possible with matches. I mean, with the score points. I mean, it's still going on. You got to have one later on, obviously within the evening tonight, and more are coming this weekend. Man, this is
closely. It is tied to the top guys in AEW. Pac is a former rival of Shingo Takagi, so even like Pac's even in this indirectly from his days in Dragon Gate, being the champion and rivaling with Shingo. So that's all mixed in there. Shingo, Zack Sabre, Will Ospreay, Bryan Danielson, they're all in that. Bobby Fish, they're all in that mix.
Yeah. Are you missing is Kyle O'Reilly? That's what you're missing. Well, that's you're missing him.
Let's all absorb you.
Yes, let it consume you. Yes.
Consume you.
Yes.
Wrestling.
That's right. Wrestling. That is right. Now let's move on with quick, brief pro wrestling news. Very quick. Of course, wanted to go say congratulations to AJ Mendez Brooks, who is now an executive producer for WoW. They're finally reviving it back again. Jeannie Buss, who is the majority owner of WoW. She is basically the owner, full of it. She brought AJ as an, executive producer, color commentator. She pretty much will be like pretty much the main girl, the main woman for WoW. Alongside Tessa's back. She's back also for and also Alex Garcia and much more upcoming talents that are coming. And I'm happy for AJ, for her to be a part of WoW, and also Itzy Mania. If you guys don't know Lizzie from the Bailey girl, she is now part of it too. I don't know exactly her details of what
Bailey girl.
Yeah, she's a part of that too. Congratulations to her as well for being a part of history, and we're looking forward for this revival next year. I'm definitely seeing Tessa back in the ring too as well. I am looking forward. Yes, people are asking, is AJ going to be wrestling? I don't think so. That's up to her. But I think she's there to tell stories and put on great matches. And I hope so. And I'm looking forward. And I'm a big supporter of WoW. I know they've gone through so much, with all this, pre-pandemic and pandemic era of trying to revive the brand itself and make it something very unique. And I'm hoping that now with them getting that deal with Viacom CBS, which that's great for them. So we're looking forward to seeing, the future of WoW, women of wrestling. Cannot wait. I don't know how you. So I'll go with you, Money Mike. Are you happy for AJ and Lizzie and Tessa now? Are you looking forward of seeing women of wrestling coming up next year?
It's very interesting because, NWA had Empower. Impact is having, I forgot the name of the event.
KO Women's Tournament.
The KO event, and not Kevin Owens. But you could see the interest in women's wrestling. It's almost as if it's in the boiling point right now. TBS titles coming out. You know, this whole WoW thing coming back, and honestly, I'm happy for them, and I'm happy for women's wrestling overall, because especially for this, and having the owner of the Lakers be so involved in this, right? Because you know the Lakers is one of the most successful teams in the NBA.
That's right,
So-
baby. Go Lakers.
There you go. We're totally biased on that. Um,
LA.
Clippers,
but
of course. Clippers.
really, it's just, you know, it's coming to the point where sports team owners, because you know the Khan family owns sports teams, you know, are getting into this whole wrestling thing going on now. My question is AJ going to be like the Eric Bischoff of WoW?
That's a good question.
Is she like gonna make decisions of
she will
you know
be
what's
making,
going on?
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah, because you know I feel like she was very vocal and very ahead of her time in WWE, where she was very vocal about what she thought about what was going on there. You know, in the women's division, similar to CM Punk, right?
Mhm.
So yeah. And as for Tessa Blanchard, it's interesting because all we've heard is that she's considered nuclear by both AEW and WWE, to the point where they weren't really like going to hire her, and then she took the title from Impact and held it hostage for 50 grand. And so yeah, you hear these things and
Yeah.
okay, you know, let's see how that goes. But hopefully they're able to get at least two other females to kind of be rivals to her, because I feel like at least right now she's the biggest name signed, right? So you know, who knows, maybe even the Iconics or the Inspiration now could head over there, right? If I was Jeannie Buss, I would, like I say, load up the truck and go park it outside their house, you know.
Park it
So there's
outside
that.
our houses.
Yeah, or both of their houses for sure. But yeah, I'll check it out for sure, no doubt about that.
All
It's
right.
it's right in our backyard in here in Los Angeles, and I gotta say, I think the cool thing about this, other than that, I think this is the other women's promotions all around the planet Earth, wrestling promotions all around the planet Earth. If they think of this as like the only place they could go to face and defeat Tessa Blanchard, I think women from all over the world might show up in this promotion just so they could face Tessa Blanchard.
That'd be
Women from
interesting. Yeah.
Hiroshi, women from Stardom, women from Diana, women from Choco Pro. I think one match that would be really weird and interesting, that would just be so hilarious and would get everybody talking. And you guys aren't going to expect this one. Lulu Pencil versus Tessa Blanchard right here.
All right.
All right.
I mean,
I love it.
yeah.
Keep in mind, Lulu Pencil is like one of the skinniest women's wrestlers. Her whole gimmick is her being weak and being like kind of like a children's kind of goofy, you know, I'm wearing overalls and a baseball cap. I'm Lulu Pencil. I'm Emi Sakura's sidekick. Yay. And it's just such an odd thing to Tessa. And that's why it's going to be that rivalry would be so awesome. So,
Yeah. I think with that, I'm hoping with WoW gets more involved with, you know, the names you mentioned, especially with the promotion Stardom, with hopefully with the revamp of Shimmer coming soon as well. NWA, you know, with the women with their division in the women's roster, maybe heck, AEW maybe, but you know, with the women's roster, you know, Tony Khan maybe, and
maybe
Impact,
even get some females from Invicta, right?
yeah,
Open that door.
exactly.
Why not?
There's the possibilities are unknown, but there's so many doors that if we open everywhere, and I'm looking forward, and I'm glad that they brought it back. So congratulations to all those women. And hell yeah, we've been wrestling all day because I support it 100%. We all here at Circle Debate supported them. And of course, Matt Callis is the knowledge of 69 answers that he has of who these women wrestlers are as well. So that's right. That is right. And you will be seeing a new show coming called Matt's 69 Reasons. And he's gonna give you his 69 reasons, give you a tutorial about what's going on in Stardom or anywhere else in Japan or all over the world. So stay tuned for that. We'll be coming soon with that. Speaking of Forbidden Doors, another one open for MLW. That is right. Will Ospreay has been announced that he will be going to the promotion coming up in the fall. I'm excited for Will Ospreay. You know, he's here in the States. Even though he is the unproclaimed champion, of New Japan, still carrying the belt around, creating his own empire here now in England and in the US. I'm looking forward to see that as well for Will Ospreay and MLW. Woo-hoo, that's exciting to see. And I know our brother George Mackay and Uncle Bobby B are probably happy, and they're gonna report it once you see their episode. I'm pretty sure they're gonna talk about it a lot. And shout out to Straight Talk Wrestling. That is definitely right. And also, Fightland, whoever didn't, missed it. I hate to spoil it for you, but we're just gonna have to say it. I mean, might as well. Congratulations to Alex Hammerstone becoming the MLW World Heavyweight Champion, winning and defeating Jacob Fatu. Finally, it took almost 2 fucking years, and he finally won a title. So congratulations to Alex Hammerstone for winning. And also Tajiri winning the MLW middleweight title. The return of Tajiri, and now he is the middleweight champion. Man, check out MLW. There's a lot of surprises that they are bringing to you, especially with the women's roster coming up. Fantastic promotion. Make sure, check them out, Major League Wrestling, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of good shit going around in the world. And, of course, Impact. They're doing their KO knockdown tournament as well, which I'm looking forward to see the participants of that. By far, and also don't forget, we do have Impact Bound for Glory on Saturday, October 23rd. By far, the announcement so far is, I think it's title versus title. Christian Cage versus Josh Alexander for the Impact World Championship and an exhibition title. By Trey Miguel, Steve Macklin to be determined for, I think, a triple threat match you're going to be having. Then the championship tournament. The championship, Knockouts Championship, Deon Purrazzo, Mickey James. And also Impact took out a new title of a Digital Media Championship. I guess they're doing it for Matt Cardona because, he has the internet title. So now he has that, as well.
Well, I do hear that he's putting the internet title on the line, isn't he, in GCW?
Yes.
So
he lost it. He's trying to regain it back.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Lost it to Effie. It's F-E-F-F-Y. Yeah, he's trying to regain it back. Speaking of GCW, of Game Changer, that's right. It's this weekend in Atlantic City. Nick Cage versus I can't even do it. Can't do that fucking John Moxley voice. But yes, John Moxley defending the GCW heavyweight title against Nick Cage. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Woo, it's exciting. So catch that on Fight TV or any other, or IWTV or any other circuit that will be having that. So, make sure. All right. Now let's get to the final topic of the evening. That is, of course, the WWE draft. That's right. And wow, I could say Money Mike does not look pleasantly happy. This is why he does not watch WWE. Oh, my apologies. Before I even get to the draft, Matt Callis, you forgot to go ahead and mention one news that is going on in Japan.
So we have the Tokyo Joshi Pro pay-per-view of the year, Wrestle Princess, October 9th at the Otis City General Gymnasium. And this is their big event. The Otis City General Gymnasium has capacity of about a little bit over 4,000 people over at that venue. And the main event, Maki Ito versus Miyu Yamashita for the Princess of Princess Championship. That's the top title.
That's right.
For audio listeners, I'm putting up the one finger salute with my tongue out, just like Maki Ito does. And she's going through her Tetsuya Naito story arc, basically, you know, go like coming back from the United States, you know, learning new tricks, you know, becoming a better wrestler, going from weak to strong. And now she's at the top of the ranks. She's been destroying people with the high angle Texas Cloverleaf, and she's facing her former tag team partner, Miyu Yamashita. So this is going to be a big main event. And Miyu Yamashita, she's like the Asuka, she's like the shy Asuka, you know, of the promotion. She's their martial arts serious ass kicker up against her former tag team partner, who just might have her number on this, who just might have her number called on this. So stay tuned, you guys. You know, about this time this episode aired. Okay, you could watch it on Cyber Abema TV, Cyberfight, Wrestle Universe. You could watch this on Wrestle Universe if you have a membership. And with the Wrestle Universe membership, you could also watch DDT and Noah, and that includes all of DDT's past matches with Minoru Suzuki, Kota Ibushi, and Kenny Omega, and Riho, and you know the numerous others, and the Great Muta, countless others on these past. You have the whole library just for that monthly membership.
Let me ask you, Matt.
It's $10 American for Wrestle Universe.
Let me ask you, how old is Makito?
She's in her early 20s.
Oh, so she's got room to grow. Okay, that's great. I mean, I feel like one thing that kind of I wish would have happened when she made the AEW appearances. I wish there was a full crowd. I think that a full crowd would have been great for someone like her, especially right now. You know, women's wrestling is growing, and yeah, I mean, I would still like to see her make another appearance in AEW, and but this time full crowd.
She's 26, by the way.
Still young.
To kind of put this into context, her opponent, her tag team partner, and her former tag team partner and opponent, Miyu Yamashita, Maki Ito actually is 26 years old in American age, and Miyu Yamashita is also 26. So these girls are both the same age. I think the only kind of advantage is Miyu Yamashita's been studying martial arts longer, and she's been with the Tokyo Joshi Pro promotion since day one, when it was in a small, tiny theater, and they didn't even have a ring. They used to wrestle on just mats. That was it. It was just chairs and mats and a small, tiny theater. So and Maki Ito could be coming back to AEW a lot sooner than we think. There's so many different occasions.
Yes,
you know?
we want to see the Ned Flanders out of you. We want, that's what I want to see, Devin.
AEW does AEW records and AEW movies. Make a Maki Ito movie. You know, for Christ's sake, bigger than China. It'll be bigger cultural. Remember, just to put this in context, China was on the MTV VMAs and on TRL during her heyday. So imagine how the kind of media phenomenon Maki Ito could be if AEW becomes her record label and movie studio. Keep your eye out.
Absolutely. Now let's jump on now to the final topic of the evening, the draft, of course. As we know by far, 36 men went to the Raw roster, 14 women to the Raw, 29 men to SmackDown, 10 women to SmackDown. This, and then of course we have some call-ups from NXT 2.0 that went up to the main roster, which is Xia Li's one of them. Basically the whole crew of freaking Hit Row. Who else is it called up? I believe. Let's see. I'm trying to see who else they called up.
They called up a gentleman by the name of Gable Stevenson, right?
Oh my God!
But
he's not even trained yet. He's not even. He just got signed. Of the stories, and this is just what we know, ladies and gentlemen. He's training for the Olympics, for the NCAA, tournament. He's training for that, and he's still training for this. They're saying that he might not make his debut until maybe by the end of the year or the beginning of the year in 2022. Not sure, but when I saw his name, and What's up with that? Like, you what already? Like, not even NXT. You're literally throwing him to the main roster. I mean, McMahon, for God's sakes, Papa. I know you're jumping the gun. Like, oh, this guy's so huge. I need him. I know you want him, and right away you just want to put him there because you feel like, oh, he'll learn it so quick that by the time he's done with the tournament, he's ready for the main roster. Hell to the motherfucking no, he's not ready. No, sorry, it's just not how it works. But you know, it's Vince. I mean, what could we do? And it's just, and then not only. So here's just the worst part. Where's Asuka's name on this? She ain't there. I haven't seen no Asuka's name on where the hell she's gonna go to. They separated the whole women's tag team division. There is no more women's tag team division. So you're telling me that you're gonna try to regroup new women's? Oh, you know what? Let's be friends. Let's be a team. Let's try it out. I'm like, oh my god. My apologies. I wanted to just digress and get the hell out of this and out of the way. I do enjoy WWE. They have pretty good. They have been having good shit lately. SmackDown has been
Don't
good.
Don't lie to them. I'm joking.
SmackDown has been good. Raw has been a couple, not all. Like I can't sit down and watch the whole 3 hours, but I see at least a match or two that I enjoy. But other than that, I don't know what you're doing, man. This draft was doesn't make any sense, especially with the women's division. It's horrendous. Then why did you bring the tag team titles to the main roster? Should have stayed at NXT. Should have not gone anywhere in NXT. But shit, and now we don't even know about the NXT women's roster as well. You basically took 2 already. You're gonna take more, and there's those titles are gonna mean shit. It's really nothing. It's gonna be nothing at all. I'm just disappointed of your BFF Brucey and hey, yeah guys, yeah, and of course Bugs Bunny piece of shit and a lot, because they're just yes man, yes sir, yes no sir, it's yes or no. I mean yes. Jesus, Money Mike, give your thoughts about the draft.
Right off the bat, something I noticed. And yes, I haven't been watching the product, as they call it, lately. But I have noticed something, that when Tamina and Natalia were tag team champions, right?
Yep.
They got, as champions, they were defeated in tag team matches by Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Knox, right? 2 times, 2 weeks in a row, I believe.
Yes.
And, if you're in a tag team match and you beat the tag team champions, that gives you a tag team title match right off the bat. So why have 2 tag team non-title matches and then you beat them both times? So therefore, right, 2 out of 3, you're the tag team champions. They did not get that title shot despite beating the champions twice. Now they're split up. Now that's not going to happen. There is no thought whatsoever of putting importance to that division, right? None whatsoever, and it's clear as day. Okay, so yeah, whoever's in charge of that division, you got to go, son, because you're doing some bad booking there. The draft. Now, I got to say that right at first, I want to say that I'm glad Seth Rollins has been moved to Raw and away from Roman Reigns, because I feel that Rollins can be the top heel on Raw. I feel that he is established enough and he has that ability to be that for Raw, right? And Big E versus Seth Rollins, like, to have that sort of a feud, I think that would be pretty cool and good storytelling, hopefully, right? So, but in the ring, definitely. But yeah, it's I don't know. Some of the movements have been questionable. Some of them have been good. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to bash on WWE a lot this week, so I'm just gonna say that it was okay.
It was all right.
It was all right.
Matt Callis. Por una cabeza. Randy Orton.
I was gonna do the Randy Orton real quickly.
Oh, Randy Orton. No, I just feel that they're gonna. My fear is Shia Lee. Yes, fear. Yes, but it's not. I don't have zero miedo. I have fear.
Plenty of
women.
Plenty of it. Yeah.
Plenty of it for Shia Lee because SmackDown. Okay, I want to see what he's gonna do with her. And if they're gonna bring her crew with her too, but it looks like it's only her. They didn't mention Boa or the other. Forgot the other chick's name. Where the hell's Mia Yim? Damn it! And we have not seen her at all. Are you gonna call her what Mia the Miss Cat Yim? Is that what we're gonna see now? Because it's called Keys.
Oh yeah,
Keys Bearcat. Keys Bearcat.
Bearcat. No, gosh.
Oh no. Exactly.
Bearcat is not intimidating whatsoever.
No, it's not. It's not intimidating. I do like though this move. I do like the team of Carrillo and Garza. It's about damn time that they got now a TV time. I'm intrigued to see Carrillo being a heel. I do like that a lot, but there's a lot of stories you can create with the Latino one, especially was turn fucking Dominic Mysterio fucking heel, make him be the leader of the faction of Humberto and Garza, turning his back on his father, and then here, screw you and all this shit. I'm the man. Here's the crew. I want to see that. Give me what I want, damn it. That's what I want to see. That will be a fucking LWO right there for sure, because you can do it perfectly right there with them, and it'll be top notch. I guarantee you, it'll be a top notch heel faction. Like Legado in NXT. Then think about that. Rejoice them all together. That's your LWO you create. Have Escobar and Dominic to be running it together. Like a kingpin, like a sort of like a mafia cartel type of style. If you get what I mean, though, right?
To your point, Ivan, I 100% agree, and I love it. I love that idea. Why? Because sure, WWE owns NWO, LWO, and all that good stuff. But if you redid NWO, people would be like, no, that's Hogan, Hall, Nash, right? You can't do that. But if you redo LWO, I feel like they have the right candidate to take that in Dominic.
Yeah, I agree.
You can do that. And the Latino community would so get behind that, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. And I think about this. I mean, if you don't put them together, that's fine. At least you can have LWO in NXT and a main roster. Fuck it. Let them just run the whole show. That's be something awesome to see. I think that's some good shit right there. But they don't hire us because, your BFF Brucey and, hey, John Lawrence they don't like us. So I mean, they don't fucking like us at all because they don't.
Vince McMahon's becoming Emperor Palpatine in chairs. Like, if it's not like this,
do it.
Do it. Put on the Cat in the Hat outfits, FTR. That's like Cat in the Hat.
That's right. And of course, but overall, we'll have to wait to see the new season premieres for both brands. I think Raw will finally get a little bit better. I do agree with you about the Seth Rollins move. Makes perfect sense. Him and Big E, that will be a great feud to see. I love it. I love it. Leo, that's right. I just don't know. The only thing I just disliked was you separated them again with New Day again. I'm like, damn it. I wanted to see the Hurt Business and New Day go at it. That would have been perfect, even if they had it on Raw, but a good rivalry feud.
The Bloodline versus the New Day.
All of them. Make it happen at Survivor Series. New Day, the Bloodline, Hurt Business, all of them in like Rage in the Cage, Penis in Uranus. I don't, that would have been awesome to do. But well, you know, it is what it is. The only moves that I did like Drew and SmackDown. We said it was going to happen, so for sure Roman and him is locked for Mania next year. It has to happen. It's gonna have to happen. Unless you know Crown Jewel's coming up, they go forward with Lesnar and Drew for Mania. I don't know.
I can't stand those Saudi shows. I'm sorry if you're from over there, but no, it just seems like bleh to me.
Yeah. I just feel I'm fear of hit row. That's what I'm a fear of. That's too soon. For me, it's too soon. And Isaiah, you're still your North American champion. Very too soon for them to move them. And they're not ready. They're not ready for the main roster. I don't know why they moved them. They're not ready yet. They should have stayed in NXT. Since they want to build NXT like a current pop culture era, that's where they're aiming for which that's why they revamped it and they redid everything because they wanted to make a pop culture era. Do you agree with that, Joe? Do you agree this NXT 2.0 should be like it's this revamp is like to try to attract the new pop culture in this generation?
Listen, I don't know if you've seen that meme or that moment on TV of Steve Buscemi showing up with a skateboard. Hello, fellow children. You know, how do you do, fellow students? Vince McMahon is over 70 years old. How in the world is this man going to think he's going to tell anybody about pop culture? No, absolutely not. At least Triple H, he has a pulse in professional wrestling, and you know he brought some quality to NXT, but pop culture in NXT by a group of old men? No, thank you.
Like if they're listening to this, they're gonna make videos on TikTok tonight and just start shaking their booties. Like,
yeah, Bruce, we want to see you do the floss.
It's gonna do the Bugs Bunny.
There's only floss that I've seen you with. So there you go, Brucey. Get out of here.
Man's gonna put his booty in his air for the Bugs Bunny challenge, like tonight, just for listening. See, I'm hip. Racy body be the slow Bugs Bunny. And I'm also be the ball Bugs Bunny. And then he puts the butt up in the air.
Oh my god.
That's the Bugs Bunny challenge. That's what the kids are doing these days.
Goodness. See, okay, if me, half the age of Vince, has no idea about this Bugs Bunny challenge,
I don't know either.
What do you think?
This is gonna go on TikTok tonight. He's like, heck is this?
I'm pretty sure this guy gonna know. No, absolutely not. No pop culture. Jeez Louise.
I wonder, is he on his phone while he's taking his shit? That's what I'm wondering. Like, I'm not fucking curious if Vince is actually like, hey, what's this, pal? Pop culture. Ha ha.
TikTok.
TikTok. What's TikTok? And he calls Bruce, what's TikTok, damn it? While he's taking his shit.
You people wanted uncensored, you got uncensored. There you go.
SoCal Uncensored. Shout out to SoCal Uncensored.
I see you. SoCal Uncensored. And of course, Stephen Bryan and SoCal Uncensored here in Los Angeles. Big shout out, of course, our main supporters for sure. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, for episode 73. We are, I believe, done now with this episode, but we will be back again next week as we'll be giving, of course, providing you updates of the G1 climax coming up, the updates of the points, who's in the lead on both blocks, of course, pro wrestling news around the world, what is going on, and also as well in AEW. Well, we follow up what's going to happen, in other upcoming events with AEW, and much more surprises. We will be having new upcoming shows, and also besides that, we will be having new locations as well, here and there. So I'm not going to spoil it very yet, but I'm kind of spoiling just a little bit. But stay tuned to watch more of that. It's a lot coming here on the COD, on Circle of Debate. That's for sure. So, but before we let everyone go, of course, let's thank our audio platform listeners from Spotify, Bullhorn, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, everywhere around the world that listen to us, especially up from Brazil, Switzerland, of course, the United Kingdom, and of course our brothers up north, up in Canada, and all over the world. And desde Colombia también. Gracias por escuchar aquí en Circle de Debate. Muchas gracias, señoras y señores, para escucharnos aquí ahora. Y le agradezco y le agradecemos muchísimo todo para darnos el apoyo y el soporte aquí en nuestro canal. Y ya regresamos y vamos a ver más de nosotros y escuchar más de nosotros también.
Despierta, hay lobos.
Aunque quieran o no, van a vivir más de nosotros.
Exactly. And of course, I'm going to let Money Mike let our German listeners know out in Germany as well that we're back in action.
Hallo, meine Freunde in Deutschland. Wir sind Circle of Debates. Vielen Dank für hören Sie und alles unsere Freunde, wir lieben alles Sie. Vielen Dank, guten Abend, guten Tag, guten alles. Danke, tschüss.
That is right. You heard it right. Matt Callis, do you have anything to say in Portuguese or in Japanese or anything, any other language?
Despierta, hay lobos.
Yes.
Hay lobos.
Ain't got no lobos.
Lobos in Paris. And also, as well, which I forgot to mention as well, we are now part of the Wrestling Index family, ladies and gentlemen. You can also catch the Wrestling Index on their content on their website, where they have thousands of other fellow podcasters besides us that are putting it out there for us as well. They have so many that you can listen to, and now we're part of that Wrestling Index family. Shout out to the Wrestling Index for putting us now on their subscription, their channel, where you're able to go ahead and listen and watch our content on their channel and on their subscription that you are subscribed to them.
Yeah.
So yes, and don't forget to buy your merchandise as well. Don't forget to buy your coffee mugs, your t-shirts, especially the hoodies, the zip-on hoodies. It's cold winter here in Southern California. It's coming here cold. And your fanny packs, we want more. So stay tuned, because we will be having new merchandise coming out soon as well for a little Halloween special. We'll be doing that. So, watch out for that. Just keep an eye on it. Make sure, click on the link tree below to our merchandise website right there, and you just purchase your very own Circle Debate merchandise. And a shout out to the whole rest of the League of Extraordinary podcasts out there. Of course, to Dirty Heels, Joe from the Ring, Jonah, Rewind, Recap, Relive. Of course, Ted, Ivy, Rep Amy, Rewind Wrestling Radio, George McKay, Straight Talk Wrestling, Kenny the Call Up, Nick and Joel and Gina, who they just got. They're the third member for the Ring Fanatics. Mike and Tyler counted out. And of course, the Prodigy himself, the Titantron, Anthony, of course. And Championship on the Line, Alex and Rich, as well, as they all provide you with the best pro wrestling content out there. And also for Dom, my boy Dom, for Top Rope Wrestling Talk. And Clark Street, yes, we will be having our rematch. So we're going to come back for those debate titles, because we need that rematch. The unaired never came out because the video was lost on their site. But
if nobody heard the tree, did it really fall? Right? Did it? So at this point, as far as I'm concerned, it's Mike 1, Clark Street 0. I've said it.
Hey, you guys heard it right here. Cowboy Chief of Podcasting and the Messiah Podcasting. You heard it from the God of Podcasting, the most valuable podcaster for the podcasting world, stating that he's 1-0. Damn, that's a bold statement there.
Undefeated, Undisputed.
and unmatched. He's
Uncensored at this
and
point.
uncensored. That's right. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in here and for listening here at Circle Debate Podcast. The host of TV is One I've been seeing. And of course, he said it already. He's the undisputed, undefeated, unmatched,
Unethical.
Unethical doctor. He's the unethical doctor of death because he's putting you on,
Podcasting.
yeah, and he's putting you in the euthanasia. When you just, you're
The most valuable podcaster
in
Right
all
there.
of podcasting. That's why he's uncensored. Money, Mike Lopez, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, Mr. 69. And because he has 69 reasons, 69 answers, and 69 thoughts that he will give you here on the COD with his La Crux carbonation soda. That is Mr. MGC, Matt 69 Callus Steamboat. Same to you guys. Thank you. Au revoir. Good day. And of course, let him know, Mr. 69, what do we do here on Circle Debate?
We don't make podcasts. We make history, Batman.
That's all right.